load, somebody get this boy some Viagra. Good morning guys, welcome back to the channel, or I guess afternoon or evening, depending on when you're watching this. Today we're about to make some more progress on, I almost just said Jasmine, on Katie. In the last video I was telling you guys I really want to get some sort of like parts cleaner, sandblaster, whatever, and then I remembered that when I was younger, me and my dad split one so that I could do everything when I was doing my old S10. Like I sandblasted all the bolts before I put them all back. So I went over to my parents for dinner the other day and I may have left with a prize. And this thing literally, it's not massive. This is meant for like small parts. Probably get like a 14-inch wheel in there. It's not that big. But it'll do the trick, like exactly what we need it to do, which is super cool, because like a lot of the stuff that we have is just absolutely just gross. Even this bracket, kind of rusty, it's kind of gross. It's not something that you would put back in a freshly painted engine bay, that's for sure. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see anything. I feel like it gets real dirty real fast. Oh my God, it leaks. There's dust coming out of somewhere. Oh Lord. Just want to show the people how it turned out. Ready? Go, 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 go. Nice. Check that out, dude. That's sick. It literally just blasts everything off. Like it's gone. Blasts off all the corrosion, makes it all nice and smooth. I didn't do like a fabulous job because that thing started leaking on me and I was not having it. And then you just hit that with a nice coat of paint or something before you put it back on, obviously, so like it doesn't rust and turn right back into poo. But like, that's dope. And we can go ahead and like blast all of the rusty things and make them all nice and minty before we put them back in. It's a snowball effect, baby. This thing has turned into the full send or no send Civic. After the last video, I asked you guys what you guys thought we should do, and you all agreed with me and said we should just fully send this thing and clean it up as much as possible. Like 90% of you guys were commenting being like, Robbie, full send or no send, like you know the deal. A couple of you guys were like, yo, get a new shell, but like get a new shell is a waste. Like it's not that bad. The rust that I have found so far is like not terrible. It's not in the frame, and it's repairable. So like to get a new shell is really, you're just throwing away this car. Like, especially in my position. In my position, I have the ability to share with you guys the experience of bringing a car back that like if someone else had it, it might end up dead, which is cool. It's keeping one more like cool car on the road. Well, it's not really cool, but it will be cool. Anyways, after reading through you guys' comments, I am nothing but motivated to just tear this thing down and just completely restore as much of it as physically possible. So like I said, today's actually like 100% inspired by you guys. No shortcuts, no nonsense. Let's see what we find. What the fuck is this carpet? This is gross. Bro, look at how small this thing is. Oh my God. This is smaller than an ATV tire, dude. Oh my God. Previous owner just had like junk in here. Like this is like a drill bit. This is like whatever screws and stuff. That's what's rusting here. Ew. I don't know why I just rubbed it, but he just kind of lobbed shit back here and just let it die. So as far as the hatch goes, it's actually about as clean as I thought it was. I didn't find anything super strange in the hatch. Like I told you guys, it's all just like, this is just from like parts rusting down here. Like you can see where they were sitting when they rusted. Everything else back here is like pretty good. It's just super dirty. Like man, this car is gross. Like the car is 30 years old and it's been owned by people who have families. That's all that should be said. Before I put it back in, I'm gonna like steam clean the seats and wipe off the plastics and make it all nice. And I was just thinking about this too when I was doing this, like the level of ADHD that goes from going to paint your engine bay to going to tube your front end to today I just decided I'm gutting the entire car because why not? I do some stupid things and I love it. And now I don't know what this piece really is right here. This is some sort of brace or something. They obviously at one point took it out and never put the bolts back, and that is why you don't do rust repair like they did it up front, because just that tiny little hole was letting whatever cussed into here, and that has started it rusting. Bonus find over here. Check this out, boys. That right there is the shittiest rust repair job I have ever seen. Check that out. He didn't even cut the rust out. He just put a new piece on the outside. What? This is his new piece, and this is the old piece. Supposed to cut all the rust out, man. Come on. You can tell he did weld it and stuff, which is good. It means he was trying. At least the fender rust though is like super wide body, easy to fix. No bolt. Same no bolt. Oh Lord, somebody get this boy some Viagra. Update, the more I take apart in here, the more it kind of smells like wet feet. There's definitely a stank inside of this car. So far so good, we got a couple crayons. That thing's disgusting. Look at all like the dust just flying out of it. Gross. I legit had to put a mask on because I had a full-blown allergy attack / meltdown in there. Like, yeah, I'm sure even if you just, yeah, that's gross. But anyways, the carpet's not in terrible shape. Honestly, I feel like a good like steam clean, pressure wash could probably get most of this out. Worst case, we could even just get like a carpet paint and just paint this all black and it would look like super new. I'm sure a lot of you guys got really excited when I took the carpet out because a lot of you guys, I know from experience, absolutely love just like gutted interior, like race car looking cars. I ain't really about that life though. I like a good carpet, I like some back seats. I like my cars to look complete. On the passenger side, I mean, other than like crayon and some Legos or whatever that is, this is mint. Driver's side has this little bit that could be cleaned up right there. I'm gonna have to dissect a little more and see what I find. And then as we're coming across, I noticed this. And this is in the back seat, right? And I'm like, not feeling good about what's coming up in the front seat because that's where like if you drive it in the winter, all your salty feet go. It's minty, it's nice. Like the sound pad's not even peeling up. A lot of times the sound pads peel up. There's a little bit of rust going on this little cross member. Right there would be like a pile. Oh my God, I won't even focus. Half of this is just rocks. Like, look at this. And also while we're doing this, I'm just gonna go ahead and like rip these tail lights and this bumper off. There's kind of like a spot there that I want to see from this side. But at this point, why not? Got it. That's all right. And that is where it's, yeah, kind of like bubbling here. This is so dumb. Look at this. Tire was hitting there, tire was hitting here, and that's actually hilarious. I'm surprised I didn't do any damage. Some good stuff right there. Honestly, I've been kicking myself a little bit since we found all this, and I'm like, how did I not notice that there was rust repair done when I bought the car? But like, how would you notice, I guess, or like, how are you supposed to know that? I don't know if he just slapped another like exterior panel right there. It's hard for me to see. I'm honestly, the camera's all there. Can really see that? I can't tell if he put another panel over top and just welded it on and then probably sanded that down, or if like he just did a hella Bondo job right here that you can't even find. So this is the same stuff that I used on the subframe and like the lower control arms and on the old S10, bunch of stuff. It's the same thing I did on that like floor rail right there. And I'm not like showing you guys the brand, I'm more just showing you guys like the product. It's like a ultimate rust preventative coating is what it's called. It just basically bonds to rust so that if you can't get the rust off, it'll seal it, but it turns into like friggin' cement. I might have left it on the outside. When I got, when Courtney's dad was over here helping and he painted up that little cross piece, I'm pretty sure he put the paintbrush on a log and it's still there to this day. Like I tried to pull it off and I snapped the handle in half. Look at this, dude. This is intense. The handle broke right, like, what do I got laying around here? Like a brick? Look at this. This stuff is intense, man. That's why I use it. You put it on a frame and like it's impenetrable, like rust, nothing else will happen. It basically seals it, blocks it, and it's good to go for ever and ever and ever. However, I've been showing you guys this brand for a long time, but I actually found out these ones are not good for UV rays, meaning like if you leave it in the sun for too long, it can actually start to like degrade it a little bit and it won't work as good. So something like the interior of the Civic, something that's not really gonna see like outside is fine. But when I go ahead and I do like the frame on the S10, I actually ordered up some new stuff, a new company that makes stuff that's meant to be outside in the sun all the time and like on like a dailyable car. But I'm thinking, we can't just keep tearing this thing down. We gotta start making some progress. I thought this was the drain plug. Maybe this is the drain plug and it's just super custy. So I like stabbed it with my screwdriver and yeet. I don't understand why you're thinking of you had me at alone. I don't understand why you're thinking of you had me at alone. Yes, this looks so much better, or like debatably worse, because it kind of like, you can tell I painted areas, but I wasn't gonna paint the entire inside of the car because that's unnecessary. But something really cool about this stuff too, because I know there's gonna be people that are like commenting about it. This is actually meant to be painted over. You can leave it, it's fine if you leave it, but it expects you to put like a clear coat on it, or like a color over top of it, or something like that if you want to. So what's cool is like, you won't even notice this if I decide to like actually gut this thing one day, like say I turn it into a full race car or something. I can paint right over that and you won't even know it's there. You can see I like got in there. I got real deep in there with the U. Yep, that. Got there. Paint all up here. And then there's also some spots that I hit, that I mainly hit because I was like, yo, this is like a prone to rust area. It wasn't rusting bad. Like here, there was no rust there. It actually looked fine in that little spot, but I'm like, that definitely is a spot that could rust very, very easily. So I just put some paint on it. This stuff is all painted up. Got some here, got some all over there, got some here. So that's it, boys. As far as the interior, I'm calling this like super good. This is super clean. I'm very impressed with it. I think anybody that came over here would be super impressed with it too. Not like that I did a ton of work to it, but that it's like completely sealed off. This is what I'm talking about. We're just gonna go through and make sure everything in this car is just dialed in enough. So this stuff here, like inside there, that's a deciding factor for when I do the outside, if I do a wide body or if I just fix all that or whatever. And so from here, for anybody that's like, yo, why are you stopping right now? There's still an adjustment period I'm going through. Something that owning this house, at least right now, until I like expand on it or whatever, is it's very small. Not very small. I'm sure it's bigger than like a lot of you guys have, which I'm super grateful for, but like, I ain't trying to sound like I'm complaining, but like, it's a lot smaller than like the warehouse. I can't just do everything everywhere. I can't just have a pipe bender, 7 dead cars, a lift, like, it's gotta relax a bit. So I'm gonna let the inside of this thing dry up. It takes about a day. That way I can at least put all this inside the car. That way I have room to mess around here, because at first I was like, nah, I probably won't put my pipe bender in. I probably won't even need it. Or if I do need it, I'll figure something out. And now I need it and I have to figure something out. It only sucks because it needs a big swing room. I'm debating trying to find somewhere that I can mount it, but then like also just take it off when I'm not using it. And I'm gonna make it work, because you guys know I love being like relatable, and I know that maybe this is unrelatable to some of you guys, but it's like a still relatively equal space to what a lot of people would have at their home, like in like a double garage. I'm sure we can find somewhere we can mount it and even just like take it off when we're not gonna be using it for a couple months, put it back. But I'm gonna need Chris for that, and I'm gonna need all of this stuff in here to dry. I guess that kind of sums up today. The interior is done. We're looking good. We're making mad progress. Comment Ultra 8 if you made it this far in the video. Let me know you guys made it to the end. That's all I got for you guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay committed.